Today has been a little bit better of a day. Not as tired. I think I've been really pushing myself, but I still got done what I needed to get done. So I did a live on my business page for the different warmers that I got out of the sales kits. I lit each one of them up. I showed them as best as I could. I got up as close camera as I could. It is something that people need to see, the warmers. Now, you don't have to have new products to show people the warmers. You can use the warmers that you currently have set up. Take your phone. You do not have to always show your face. People want to see your face, but they also want to see the products. So if you wanted to do an informational, this is not a selling tactic. I never talked about pricing. I did talk about that they could look through the website and ask me if they had any questions, that kind of thing. But I'm not trying to sell them. I'm trying to show our products. There's a big difference. And when you start doing like the Zoom parties, if they ask for the price, then you can tell them the price. Now, occasionally I will talk in some of my posts about upcoming products with the prices. So there's no question. I don't want them to be like, "Ooh, how much is it?" And then I tell them the price and then I get a negative feedback of like, "Oh, that's too expensive." When that starts happening on your Facebook posts, delete them. Delete them because negativity breeds negativity and you don't want your Facebook, Instagram, those pages to start getting overwhelmed with that's too expensive. I can't afford that. I wish I could. Because those type of thoughts or those will start making the other customers go like, well, maybe that's high in price. Show the value. It doesn't matter on the price. And we're just showing them the products. Again, I don't talk about prices on my videos unless it's something that is directly related to a release or something that may seem a little bit out of the norm. If we know ahead of time and they know that this warmer they've been waiting for is going to be $100, if I tell them up front, as soon as I know, then they're a little bit better to accept it. But if you scapegoat it or if you hide it and be like, oh, it's a really great warmer, and then you tell them and they're like, wow, that's like really expensive, then they don't know the value of it. Now, has this always been the way I've done it? No, I've talked about prices many times on a lot of my videos through my Facebook pages or my business page or my VIP page. But again, it's all about how you present it. If it's not a big deal, it's not a big deal. If you make it a big deal, it's going to be a big deal for your customers. So just remember, on your good days, get as many videos as you can done, get as many pictures as you can done. Yesterday, I cleaned my entire bar area, all of my warmers. I wrapped up my other warmers that were like kind of my spring and fall ones. I put them away. I bubble wrap them. I take them out of boxes. If they're my warmers and I've been using them, I'm taking them out of boxes because that way they're easier to store. I have a very large tote. I do not know what size. I can find that if anybody really needs to know. But I take everything out and I take all light bulbs out and put them into a bowl. Why? Because I'll use those light bulbs in other things. There's no reason to have a light bulb stuck in a warmer whenever you put it away to store it and then have to worry about that warmer, that light bulb breaking in there for some reason. And then you can't get it out and there's a big old mess. So I always remove the light bulbs. I just put them in a bowl. So when I get a new warmer up, I will put that light bulb in there or I'll throw it in there to get one out. It doesn't matter. These are just the small tips and stuff that I'm doing. So switching over, I'm into my fall and my Halloween warmers. I did a video and no face. I just kind of took the video. I went slow and then I went fast and then I sped it up whenever I did it on TikTok and on YouTube, on the reels. Those are the things that you can start putting into reels. Reels will help you get different people following your pages. Reels, TikToks. You do not have to show your face, but you have to show something, your products. You got to talk. People need to know how you sound because they want to know if your, I don't know, like your sound, your voice matches your attitude, your face. There's a lot of people that will use the different tweaked out voices, or I guess where it changes the timbre of your voice higher or lower. And sometimes when you do that all the time, then people don't know what you really sound like. So then whenever you come on and your voice is lower or higher, they're like, oh, wait. and it surprises them and it makes them kind of turned off. But that's just my opinion. Again, this whole page, my whole YouTube channel, these are all my opinions on what I'm doing with my business, how I'm running my business. This does not mean that if you don't do it my way, that you won't be successful. This is just the way that my mind works, the way that my mind processes information and organizes, categorizes it, gets me overwhelmed, gets me frustrated, anxious, and then gets me the drive to get stuff done when I have a time. That's my ADHD. That's just who I am. And there's no way for me to change that. I do love this business, and I love that the versatility that anybody can run their business the way that they want within guidelines. That's for any business, guys. There's been a lot of different talks about, well, this is too strict or that's too strict. Guys, there are rules in life. You got to follow rules. When you get into your car, you could go 180 miles an hour all the time, but there's rules and there's laws out there to stop that. And so a lot of our Scentsy standards, a lot of our, I guess, the rules that have been put in place is to protect us, just like wearing a seatbelt, just like, getting your tires checked, just like all the maintenance you got to do on your car for a yearly registration. These rules that are put into place are to protect us. And that's how you have to look at your business. You have someone looking out for you in your business. So run it the way you want, do the things you want to do, but make sure you stay within a certain guidelines. That's just kind of what's been on my head today. So after I've done these videos, I got them uploaded into YouTube. My next thing is to finish sending out messages to book parties for September. Now, I have been in my head and I've been really freaking out thinking that no one's going to book parties because they didn't book with me last month or they didn't respond. And I think I'm having some hesitation because of the fear, because of the rejection or just no responses. Again, when they ghost you and there's no response, it doesn't mean that they hate you. It just, and I have to remind myself, doesn't mean that they hate you. It means that they didn't respond. You can read into that however you want. I am lucky that I don't have the option on my Android to know if people are left me unread. I did a whole video about that because there's so many people being like, you left me unread. And I'm like, why are you worried about people leaving you unread? That's why I moved off of Facebook Messenger, because I don't want to have that little voice in my head start being the voice that comes out of my mouth. I don't want my insecurities and my things that I'm working through, that I am consistently working through, guys. This is not my presence on here and the way that I do my videos and the way that I talk. This is not how it was when I first started with Scentsy. Guys, I love to sing. I used to be a singer. I don't even know if the videos are still on there. There may be a couple of videos floating around. I love to sing. I love to be in front of a crowd in that aspect. Doing the videos and talking about stuff for Scentsy was harder, but I have found different ways to do it. And I've also watched a lot of videos of how to have video presence. Now, do I have it all the way together? I don't know. I enjoy doing it. I love doing the videos. I love being able to talk about what I've learned or what I'm doing in my business. But again, this is something that has learned. I was not doing YouTube videos 4 years ago. My Facebook videos, I do have one that I posted on my YouTube page, was my very first video, live video that I did on Facebook, my regular Facebook. It wasn't even in my VIP group. It was horrible. And whenever you upload videos, you have an option of saving it for 6 months or deleting it. There's a lot of them I deleted. I didn't think that it was good content to keep. But, you live and you learn. I keep all my videos now. I don't have them deleted because it's not only good for me, it's good for everyone else. It's something that I can look back at and see my progress of how well I've done, or the things that I can't believe I did that, or, oh my gosh, I remember doing that and that worked really well. I need to do it again. It is more of a self-check for me. So remember, as you are working through your business, and if you start to do lives, you start to do some kind of presentations that you are recording, when you look back, you need to have not the critical view of ooh, what did you do good? You need to start looking for, ooh, I like the way that I transitioned between this product and this product, or I like what I said. You're going to have mess ups. No one is perfect. I would never say that I'm perfect. I work really hard at this, but I still mess up. I still forget words, even today. Like, I still don't know what the milk thing is. Is it a canister what held milk and it was metal? It's like something. I should probably look it up. Probably should have looked it up, but that's just me. I'll look it up later and I'll be like, oh, I remember what that was. So enjoy yourself. Have fun. Your business should not be a dread. You shouldn't be fearful of your job. If you are, then you're not doing it the way that you are meant to do it. And I am going to get a little philosophical, a little spiritual on you, only because I feel like I need to. God has given you a path. There is a journey that you are supposed to go through. Now, we don't ever know what the journey is until we go through it and we can look back. So, guys, this is not something that I foresaw and I was given visions. What I'm saying is that I always knew that I was meant to do something more. And right now, what I'm doing in my life is what I feel like I've been called to do. Doing the trainings, running this business, going to college, getting out there and getting comfortable with training, with mentoring, with helping others. This is still going towards a major goal. Is it going to be with Scentsy forever? I don't know. I don't know what the end goal is. I just know that the more I lean into my destiny, the more I lean into where I'm supposed to be and how it's supposed to be going on, the better my life has gotten. The more that I fought against it, the more that I stopped myself from doing what I loved or doing the things that I felt like I'd be really good at, but I'd have to try and work at it. Every time that I stopped myself, it was always harder. My life was just so much harder. But sometimes you have to learn the hard stuff to be able to do the good stuff. And sometimes you have to go through the detrimental heartache of knowing whenever you find your true love or when you find a passion of your business or you find a niche where you fit. Just know that there is a path for you. God is always looking over you. He loves you and made you perfectly the way that you are. And when I made sure to understand that and I listened to that, we are perfectly made in God's image. God doesn't make mistakes. You are not a mistake. You are built the way God built you. That's what I needed someone to hear. And it probably is you. You probably needed to hear that you are made perfectly in God's image. So you are perfect the way that you are. What we see from others and what we perceive others think about us, that is the negativity that's in your life. When you don't live up to your potential, it feels like it's hard. When you are doing something you're not supposed to be doing or going down a path that is not meant for you, it is really hard. So think about where you want your life to go. Think about what brings you joy. Our lives are meant to have happiness and joy and satisfaction. We are not meant to live in that hole that we have dug for ourselves. We are not meant to stay there. There is times in your life that it's going to be hard and that you're going to have hard things happen to you and bad things that happen to you. But they're happening, but sometimes they're not just happening to you, they're happening for you. Somebody had said before, and I've had these conversations, that then why did this happen? Or why did that happen? It was something horrible. Well, you survived through the bad to help somebody else. You survived through your trauma to help someone else. I've been on the bad side of, I've been through bad things. I'm still here. I've gotten the confidence and I am able to stand up for myself. So it helps me stand up for others. And I hope you know that this all truly comes from my heart. This is not what I was going to talk about, but somebody here is needing to hear that. Life is going to get better. Find what that fuels your fire. Find that path that you feel would work and try it. What's the worst that could happen? You have to start over again? Guys, I'm 45. I just started going back to school. I mean, I guess I was 44. But, I've started this path and some people are like, oh my gosh, well, I say that. I thought I'm too old for this. Let me just stop all this. I thought I was too old for this and I'm not. I have really leaned into expanding my trainings, expanding this journey that y'all are following me on. And this was not something I would have ever thought about doing, is coming on and recording my life and going through the goods and the bads and the uglies. You know, I would think about a training, I would do it for so long and it would be great. And I felt success off of it. I'm like, I completed it. And that was it. Then I kind of run away from it. I've had to embrace getting on here and recording videos as they come to me, as I'm working something different. And I've been called to do this. And this is something that I'm very passionate about. I love to help others. I will help any consultant who is willing to do their own work. I can't do the work for you. I can't make you do it, but I'm willing to help you and hold your hand and give you a map of where I went from to where I'm going to. And if it helps you, great. If you need to draw your own little path, then do it. Find something that is exciting to you. Find something that you feel will work and try it, tweak it, figure it out, pivot, figure out what in your business works well with what you're wanting to do, and then go for it. So that's the advice I have for you guys today. I am Cassie Bollinger. This is my journey. We got a little bit off on my journey today about a little bit of what I've been feeling and how I've been called to do what I do. And I hope you guys are taking some of this to heart, and others, if you don't, then think of it as a grain of salt. Something you can just push off to the side. It doesn't matter. But somebody needed to hear this today. So if no one else has told you, I love you. You are important. You are strong. You are worthy. You can do this business if you want to do it. If you feel like this is a job or this, you have dread even thinking about your business, then you need to do your business different. You need to figure out where that spark of why you joined up. You know, we talk about what is your why? And if your why doesn't make you cry, then you need to change your why. Now, there's a lot behind that it should be emotional. But my why should make me cry. I don't think I'm going to cry. I am a little bit emotional, but I shouldn't cry on this. My why is to build others up. My why is to help people when I wasn't able to be helped, is to not gatekeep any of the things that I find out, to help you guys, to help you grow your business, because as I help others, I feel more successful. It's not even if I get any success. If I'm able to help you click on an idea, or help you get a new teamie, or help you reach a goal for PRV or for any of the incentives, then I feel like I've done my job. And it doesn't matter if I'm not up there with you. I'm still going to clap. I'm still going to be your biggest cheerleader. So understand that if you're willing to do the work, I'm willing to help you. I'm willing to give you advice for what I would do in that situation, not necessarily what you should do, but understand that it's only coming from a place of love. Again, I'm Cassie Bollinger. This is my journey. I'm glad you guys stuck to the end of the video. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Comment below what you found useful today. If I've hit a mark and you don't like it, I'm so sorry. There'll be another video later that you can maybe connect to. I love you all. I hope you have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.